If you want your press-ons to look like they've just come out of the salon, the magic is all in the application and the adhesive that you choose. And to get the most out of your press-ons, you need to know your adhesives. Here's everything you need to know about liquid glue, tabs, and gels. Quick disclaimer, always do a patch test to be safe and rule out any reactions. So regardless of the adhesive that you use, there are a couple of factors that come into play when it comes to how long your nails last for. And these are the adhesive that you use, how well you've prepped your natural nails, and also how you look after your press-on nails. Okay, first up is liquid glue. This is the most common adhesive that you'll find. It's usually included in most press-on nail sets. I highly recommend the McCart liquid glue. That's what I use personally, and I also include that in my custom sets for my clients. The consistency is thin and runny. The set time is usually pretty quick. It's 10 to 15 seconds, and so there's very little room for error, but you do have a couple of seconds to readjust if you need to. Next up is adhesive glue tabs. These usually come in a sheet and includes 2 full sets. So pro tip, avoid the completely transparent glue tab sheets. I find that they don't last an hour, especially if you wash your hands, like your nails will just pop off with these. Go for the more branded ones or anything that has a label on it. In my experience, I've had those last up to 2 weeks, sometimes longer. So the set time is pretty instant. Just make sure that your placement is perfect on the first try, just because removing and reapplying them will ruin the stickiness. So either use a new tab or just try and get it right on the first try. Next up is air dry gel glue. This comes in a much larger tube, and you can get these usually online. They are much thicker in consistency compared to liquid glue. The set time is slightly longer, around 20 to 30 seconds, and it's really good for people who have extremely flat nail beds or irregular or concave nail beds. I have irregular nail beds on my thumbs, so I will usually use gel glue for my thumbs just because it fills the gaps and gives it a more even adhesion. This is a great option if you have a really active lifestyle or you just want to make sure that your nails are really on there for, like, say, a vacation. It does provide a much stronger bond, especially if you prefer short or extra short lengths. So all 3 of these options are air dry. This means that you do not need any extra equipment to make them set, and you can remove your nails easily and safely in a simple soak of warm water and soap. Another adhesion method is solid gel, which requires a UV lamp. So it's important to not confuse gel glue with solid gel. The difference is solid gel will not air dry, and you will need a UV lamp to cure and set the nails. So the removal process is its downside because it will require equipment and it's a little bit more intense, so you will need to drill, cut, or soak your nails in an acetone bath just to remove your press-on nails. And because of this, you won't be able to reuse your custom press-on nail set. So if you want to keep and reuse your sets for multiple wears, stick to air dry options. If you're like me and you like switching your nail styles every few days, then stick with adhesive tabs. They're a much safer option, especially for frequent swaps. Just because liquid glue is designed to last up to 2 weeks, and removing a glued set before the first week is up can actually put some stress on your nails when you're trying to remove them. If you are going to use liquid glue or gel glue, give it at least a week before you try taking them off. Okay, bye.